I don't have any questions about the homework from Tuesday. 17. Sure. 17, right equation through the line. Right, say through the point. 2.A, 1 if 2 perpendicular line y equals 1. So what is the line y equals 1? What kind of line is that? Horizontal going through where? Y equals 1. Okay. What do we know about a line that's going to be perpendicular to a horizontal line? It's perpendicular to horizontal. Vertical. So we need to have a vertical line, and vertical lines go through the x-axis. So if we need to go through that point, where's my vertical line going to go through? Which x? What's my x coordinate there? 1. So my perpendicular line is just going to be vertical line going through x1, because that's going to go to the point 1, negative 2, right? Call that 2. So then what would be the equation on that line? Yeah. Literally x equals 1. That's 17. So you don't have it. Yeah, I'll share with you later. Sure it is. There's another one you guys want to go? 16. In triangle PQR, let's draw triangle. PQR. We know that PQ is 4.5. We know that QR is 4.4. And I know that RP is 4.6. What statement is true? Say we're dealing with angles. What do you know? What do you know about angles versus the sides across from them? Are they related? Big equalities to try. Yeah, so small angles are going to cross from smaller size. Bigger angles are going to cross from bigger size. So if you look at this, what's our biggest angle going to be? Q. And right away we can just say, oh, that's B. But we look at some of these other things. Look at P plus Q is going to be less than R. Doesn't make sense if Q's are a bigger one. R is the largest angle. R is across from 4.5, so that's going to be the middle angle, not the largest one. And is R less than P? R is across from 4.5. P is across from 4.4. So that's backwards. It should have been the other way around. So the answer P is going to be our best choice in this case. Anything else? All right, passing forward. And we're going to start off watching this video. What do you guys say that angle is close to? 180 is a straight line. It's probably not that one. 120. Let's try the 120 degrees. Middle one? Okay. Three right or three up? Three right and four up? Do you guys think? -3, -4? So where's it going to end up? What do you guys think? 2, 2, like here? -2, 2, there. Remember, we're going 45 degrees from where this purple point is around the origin. So how far around is this whole thing? 360. So 45 is going to be, and then how far apart are these two axes here? 90. So what's 45 going to be? Half of that? So probably somewhere along this line. And how far along this line do you think it's going to be? Closer to 2 or close to 3 or somewhere else? Close to 3? Or on 3 or close to 3? Or what do you think? I'm gonna say if I rotate this 45 degrees, I end up like right around there. think that's going to end up at? We're going negative 90 degrees. So it means we're going to make like 9-degree angle here. So we're going like somewhere out this way. Said what? 5, negative 4? Nope. Anyone else want to make a guess? Somewhere out this direction. 3, negative 2. Quite. If we try, so we're going up to here. If we turn it around 90 degrees, we're going to end up being out to down here. And if we're going out 5 degrees here, we're going to be turning this 90 degrees. So this is going to be going down 5. So I'm going to say it looks more like a negative, or like more like a positive 2, negative 5 to me. So you get a right angle there. We end up at this blue line is your A, and this orange line is your B. Or BA. Where are we at now? So the blue arrow is representing A, and the orange arrow is representing B. So which one? Negative A, negative B. Yeah. So we go at A to the left, B down. Where are we at now? What was that? Positive B, negative A. Yeah. So what are we talking about today? Rotation. So far we've gone over translations, just sliding your figure around. We had reflections, which are basically like flipping it. And now we're doing rotations. Now we're learning how to kind of move it around in a circular pattern. So based off what we just learned, what kind of transformation turns around the center point? Rotation. And then what are we going to call that fixed center point? Easier than the center point as being rotated. Center of rotation. And the positive number of degrees a figure rotates is the degree of rotation. And the next part is the important part. So let's state otherwise rotations are always what direction? Is that counterclockwise? It's always going to be positive rotation. Remember that. Alright. So kind of give you another little more graphical idea of what rotations look like. Look at this. So rotations are always going around a circular pattern. How many degrees are in a circle again? 360. So we're going to be going in intervals smaller than 360, positive around. We can always flip it too. Like if we go 270 degrees around counterclockwise, we could also call that negative 90-degree rotation. And basically what you're doing is if you're given a shape, you're looking for the corners of it, the vertices, and you're moving each of those by however far you're rotating. So this I have a square, I'm rotating 30 degrees. I find each vertex, rotate it 30 degrees, and that's where my new figure is going to end up being. And then you can also change where your center is. You can rotate it around any point. But to make things easier for you guys, we're just going to work with the origin, this 0, 0 point, and we're just going to go in 90-degree intervals. So 90, 180, 270, and then back to 0, 360. So that should make things a little bit easier for you. But this works for anything. I can change shapes. I can use a triangle. You just choose the 3 different vertices in that point, rotate them 30 degrees, and there's your new figure. So we'll get some practice at that. It's actually not too bad once you've done a few things. And then we can also look at rotations in besides the coordinate plane is also in figures. You know what a regular polygon is? It's a polygon that's got all the equal sides, like a square is a regular polygon, a triangle. This would be a regular pentagon, so 5-sided shape. And for a 5-sided shape, we go all the way around this 360. So we can split that into 5 equal parts of what would be the angle of each little part. 360 all the way around, split in 5 sections. Each angle would. Yeah. So each of these little things is 72 degrees. And if we have a center point of X, and we want to choose a point, say T, so where T is here, we want to rotate that 72 degrees. How far are we moving it? We want to go 72 degrees around the center. Where would I end up at? All in this pentagon. Where? I'm looking for a specific spot. So if I give you point T, it's right here. Now I rotate it 72 degrees, knowing that each of these is worth 72 degrees, so we're going to end up that. Go counterclockwise, so I end up at N. Huh? I think we end up at N. Yeah, because each one of those is at 72 degrees. So that would be when I go 216 degrees. How far is that? How many sections? That's what 3 sections. So if you say TN, we want to move it 3 sections over, where do we end up at? Yeah, we end up at 1, 2, 3. Up at 18. Let's get that. We have 72, 1. This would be 72, this would be 144, this would be 216. Circling around. And if I chose a different point, say I chose E, it's over here, and I want to go 144 degrees, where does that bring me? T, YT, YA. Yeah, 72 times 2 is 144. So we're going counterclockwise direction, so we're going 1, 2 over, so we end up at A. Good with that? Okay. So now we're going to look at some rotations here. You can see what's happening. Remember, our pre-image is going to be this straight up A, and our image, so what happens after rotation is the A prime. So how far is this shape being rotated over? What was that? 90 degrees in what direction? Clockwise or counterclockwise? Clockwise. We're going 90 degrees clockwise. And I could do the same thing. I could go the other way around. Where, how far would that be counterclockwise? I want to be a little bit further than that. So we're going 1, 2, 3 sections over. So it's 90 times 3, 270 degrees. Okay, how about B? How far are we moving that one? $90 degrees in the wood. Counterclockwise. I go from B to B prime. So it's going to be 90 degrees counterclockwise. Which is how far clockwise? 270. Okay. How about C to C prime? What's that? 180 in which direction? Yeah, so it doesn't matter if I go 180 in this direction, I end up there. If I go 180 in this direction, I still end up there. So when you're doing 180, it doesn't matter clockwise or just counterclockwise because it's going to be the same place. Okay, figure D, we're rotating that one. So clockwise 270. So we go on that. Yeah. Counterclockwise 90. Okay, figure E. 180 both ways. That's the F. 90 in one direction. Clockwise. 270 counterclockwise. So next up, we're going to get to the spot where you can use some patty paper. So take that out. And you're going to put your patty paper onto your graph. And we're going to do some rotations. So with your patty paper, have it over the graph and trace over your triangle. So draw the graph on your patty paper, trace it onto there, exactly where it is. And then we're going to do 90 degrees clockwise. So take your paper, keep it in shape, and just turn it 90 degrees around. Should end up seeing it in quadrant 4. See how you end up getting a new triangle. New position should look similar to mine there. Like this is really nice to help you figure out what a rotation is going to look like. So using that, what are my new coordinates for A? 1 minus 2. Okay, what are my new coordinates for B? Yeah, 1 negative 6. What are my new coordinates for C? 7 negative 4. Okay. Now we're going to do 180 degree rotation. So we're just going to rotate it another 90 degrees. Should end up looking something like that. Okay, so where's my A at now? -2, -1. Where's my B at now? -6, -1. And where'd my C end up at? -4, -7. Last we're going to do one more rotation. So if you're already in this quadrant, you can go up another 90 degrees, or if you're starting off at the beginning one, you can go backwards 90 degrees. 90 degrees clockwise, same thing as 270 clockwise. So I'm going to rotate this one more time. I guess something looks like that. Okay, so now where's my A at? -1, 2. Where's my B at? -1, 6. And where's my C at? It's 7.4. So this is one way to help you do rotations. Patty paper, like doing that. It's really nice. Be nice that you can rotate that around. You can also maybe, if you have a sheet of paper, rotate your sheet of paper around 90 degrees. That can kind of help you visualize where it's going to end up at too. Well, let's take a look at our coordinates and see if we can see a pattern going on. So what do you know about the 90-degree clockwise rotation? Jordan? Yeah, the x's and y's split, and the y became negative when it went over. So we could rewrite that then as y negative x. So you look at that, for y here was 1, then that should become a 1 in front here. X was a 2, should be a negative 2. Okay, how about under 80-degree rotation? What's happening? They just both turn negative. You have your negative x side of y. And how about the 270 clockwise or 90-degree counterclockwise rotation? Yeah, so I got flipped again, but this time the negatives are the other way around. So we got the negative y, comma, positive x. So these are kind of nice rules. You don't have to have these memorized. More important to know how to be able to rotate these patty paper. I'm going to show you another method, or just flipping your paper around. But if you know what these rules are, it can really help you to check your work, make sure you're putting them in the right spots. So you know your numbers for your heuristic should end up being something similar to what you started with, just going to happen to pattern different signs and different things. So this last example, I'm going to kind of show you the other technique which that video was kind of talking about. It might help to have some coordinates, like extra letters. So give me 3 letters you guys like. ABC, all right. Wyatt likes his ABCs. We got a coordinate there, coordinate there, coordinate there. Okay. 90 degrees counterclockwise. So we're going in that direction. So one way to think about it is you look at, say, B's are probably the easiest one to look at. See, B is just a vertical line from the origin, 0, 0. So if I was to rotate that 90 degrees counterclockwise, what direction is B going now? Instead of up, it's going left. So your B ends up going over here. So this ends up being my B prime. If I look at A over here, that ends up being 1, 2, 3 up versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over. Yeah, so many vertical lines are end up going left to right. So if I move this in this direction, I'm going to end up, this line's going to end up looking more like this. Instead of going left 5, we're going to go end up going down 5. Instead of going up 3, we're going to end up going over 3. So this ends up being our new point down here of A prime. So you guys see kind of what I'm doing? No. Yeah. Take a look at this a little bit differently. It's fine. So we can think of this as being like a triangle, like a right triangle. So if you think about that, this is going 1, 2, 3 up. This is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over. And I also rotate the triangle 90 degrees. If you think about turning your axis 90 degrees, instead of going X, you're going on the Y. As we're moving this corner 90 degrees over. So this corner ends up being over here. This tip is at 0, 0, so that tip stays the same. And then if this point is over here, this is going to be coming out. This is going to be coming out 3. And see how I still have my triangle like that? I just rotated 90 degrees. This is another way to think about doing it. So if you want to draw a triangle, you can do that and then just count it out. But basically think of it as we're going 1, 2, 3 up, so we need to go 3 over, 1, 2, 3, and then we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over, so we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over, and down here for A prime. B was right here. Same thing with C. Where's C? C is 1 down. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4 over. So if I'm rotating it this way, instead of C going up and down, it's coming out 1. Instead of going out 1, 2, 3, 4 out, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 up. And then you connect your dots from there. So you draw your new triangle. That's what your triangle now looks like, 90 degrees. So I'll let you guys figure out how you want to do it. If you want to count over, count right, now I count up or down. If I count left, now I count up or down. Versus I count up and down, I count left or right, count down, left or right. Or you can use the pad paper and just rotate that 90 degrees. Or you can even just turn your whole paper and look at it a new way and see what quadrant it's in now. Figure out what method you like better. I'll give you homework so you can get some practice on it. Make sure when you're drawing your new figure that you are labeling your vertices. Make sure you're labeling your E primes and your B primes, C primes, so we know what's going to what. Huh? Depends. If you want to use them, you can. If you don't want to use them, you don't have to. Some people like using them, some people won't. And I'm also going to pass out your weekly math. Oh, that's short. Much has been short. almost it. Is that any or not enough?